Multiple allele inheritance. Are there always two alleles of a gene? Multiple allele inheritance is a little more complex pattern of inheritance in which more than two alleles of a gene inherited from generation to generation. However, the basic rules are just the same as diallelic inheritance, which means alleles can be dominant or recessive or codominant. Multiple allele inheritance occurs in population but not in an individual. This is because the different alleles are found at the same locus or position on homologous chromosomes. And we know that there are only two copies of each chromosome, and therefore the person can only have two alleles of a gene. For example, ABO blood groups, height, skin color, eye color, body weight are continuous variables that are determined by multiple alleles of a gene. The ABO blood system. An example of multiple allele inheritance occurs in the inheritance of ABO blood groups. This is an interesting example as it also involves codominance. In the ABO blood grouping system, there are four blood groups determined by the presence or absence of two antigens, antigen A and antigen B, on the surface of red blood cells. A bio blood system controlled by triallelic gene. The alleles for antigens on the surface of red blood cells are alleles A and alleles B are codominant, but allele O is recessive to both allele A and allele B. Allele A produces antigen A, allele B determines production of antigen B, and allele O determines no antigen on the surface of red blood cells. A bio blood system has six genotypes and four phenotypes. The six genotypes of a bio blood system are IAIA, IAIO, IAIB, IBIB, IBIO, and IOIO. And the phenotypes are blood group A, blood group AB, blood group B, and blood group O. Blood types A and B have two possible genotypes that are homozygous and heterozygous. Blood types AB and O only have one genotype each. It is possible for two parents with blood groups A and B to have four children, each with a different blood group. As we can see from the Punnett square, the only possibility that these two parents can have phenotypically four different children is when the two parents are genotypically heterozygous. That means one of the parent is IAIO and the other parent is IBIO. Here we can suppose that the genotype for father is IAIO and genotype for mother is IBIO. The gamete cells for father contain allele A or allele O. The egg cells of mother can be allele B or allele O. When these two parents met, they can probably have four children. These children are a children who has blood type AB, a children who has blood type B, a children who has blood type A, and a children who has blood type O.